there's been for weeks now, there's been rumors about the Denver Broncos trading up to possibly get a quarterback. In my opinion, I'm not completely sold on that idea. Do you think that's a good idea, or do you think maybe they should stick with Locke for one more season?
I think it depends on what their scouting staff, their general manager, their coaching staff has guys rated, and what happens during the draft. So much of the draft is adjustments to what happens. Usually in the top 5 picks, somebody does something that no one expected. So somebody drafts somebody who's like everyone else had as a 3rd rounder, just some crazy thing happens, and all of a sudden opportunities open up. One of the real skill sets that a pro football player has to have is the ability to be decisive and act when an opportunity arises. So when things happen in a way that they don't expect during the draft, then maybe they can move up and get somebody they didn't think they even had a chance at, or maybe they can move back and still draft the guy that they wanted to draft. It's such a fluid thing to try to anticipate it from a distance. I think is just pure luck if you actually guess correctly. So I'm looking forward to the draft just to see what happens, but. I was the 310th pick of the draft, right? So, I mean, they don't know what they're doing. It's a wild guess of how a college kid's going to project into playing pro football.
Yeah, personally, I think it would be maybe a better option if the Denver Broncos maybe select a quarterback in rounds 3 or 4 to put more pressure on Drew Lock. But, there's been reports quarterback Justin Fields is dropping in the draft stock for whatever reason. If he's there at 9, do you think Denver should take a chance on him at number 9? I
think they will, if that's a possibility. I would not be surprised even if they moved up to get the quarterback that they like. It's a crapshoot the way it is, and now George Patton is a brand new GM, and he has no history in the draft, so who knows what he's going to do? Well, we'll all find out when it happens, and the draft is important, but having the coaches that can build a system around the talent that you've got on the team and adjust properly and put the right guys in the right opportunity to be successful is even more important. Any roster in the NFL has enough talent to win football games. The question is, are they put in the right place at the right time, able to do the things that they do best? And then that's up to a coach, and the coaches need to have that ability to really be good coaches and for a team to succeed. So yes, it is an important piece. My rookie year, we had 13 rookies make the team that year. We had 13 rookies make the team that year, not because the 13 rookies were probably the best players, but because the owner at the time was getting ready to sell the team and he wanted to have a lower payroll. So rookies are cheaper. So we signed all these rookies, and 3 years later we're playing in the Super Bowl. And that wasn't because we were the best players. That was because our coaches put us in situations that allowed us to be successful.
Yeah, with people, wanting Denver Broncos to select a quarterback, you really look at Denver's weapons, and that was part of the reason why I was so high on the Denver Broncos last season. They no longer have Philip Lindsay, but they still have Melvin Gordon. The wide receiver core, is absolutely insane. Cortland Sutton, Jerry Jeudy, KJ Hamler. You have Noah Fant. They have a nice offensive line. They have some young players on defense. And, I don't really think there's as many holes on their team as some people would think. But is there any maybe position that you really think the Broncos should consider, taking at number 9?
The consensus, if they don't take a quarterback, is to take a middle linebacker, an inside linebacker, and they don't have a speed inside linebacker. So much of the NFL's game right now is 3 wide receiver and 4 wide receiver. Everybody has a real fast tight end. And so much of the higher percentage of each game's plays are pass plays. So what you want is a coverage inside guy that can cover a tight end and even the fast receiving type backs. And that's something the Broncos are a little bit shaky on defensively. Obviously, Vic Fangio is a huge defensive coach. He'd rather win on defense than on offense. So I wouldn't be surprised if they don't end up with a middle linebacker at that first pick.